Hello, hello. Well, if you're not aware by now, my name is Catherine Hood, and we are going to have a conversation about thyroid health. Everything I'm going to cover is based on my own experiences. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, or a medical professional. I am, however, a certified health and lifestyle coach. I do work with clients that are also going through their own health discoveries and journeys. I help them sort through all the confusion and the work, and I also work with them to create their own healthy lifestyle. This presentation is simply to advocate and educate, and it is also my hopes to help at least one person with my message. I will cover 7 things that you should know about your thyroid. I'm actually currently in the midst of my own journey with my own underactive thyroid. My first blood work, well, the doctor simply told me, let's keep an eye on these numbers. After battling severe nerve pain and misdiagnosis of a herniated disc for 2 years, I learned through that process I will never settle for one doctor's opinion. In 2018 was when I discovered that my T3 thyroid levels were low. I decided to take it upon myself to research, resorting to Dr. Google to start. I also found a local naturopath that I hoped would listen to me and give me the facts that I needed for my own unique needs. The care I provided wasn't what I felt like I needed or was right, so I continued my search. I heard in a presentation earlier this year, it often takes 4 or more different medical providers to not only listen to their patient's symptoms, but detect, diagnose, or basically diagnose the underactive thyroid. I'm actually on doctor number 3. Makes me wonder how many people just give up and chalk up their symptoms as, well, this is normal. Getting older and falling apart, maybe that's what you're saying right now. Have you said this? Know that prescriptions don't heal. They simply mask your initial symptoms. And worse, prescriptions can often lead to other ailments and harsh on our organs. So if any of this you can say yes to, please comment below. If you own a microwave and use it more than once a day. If you never have checked your household for mold, comment yes. If you use Teflon pans or gadgets in your home, such as George Foreman's or, of course, the traditional Teflon pans, comment yes. If you have old Tupperware, or maybe you reuse cottage cheese containers or yogurt containers, comment yes. If you buy or drink any form of bottled water, comment yes. If you bought a hot drink, perhaps tea or coffee from a hut or a cafe in the past month, comment yes. If you've eaten fast food this last year, comment yes. If you've never tested your drinking water, comment yes. If you use aluminum foil or saran wrap regularly, comment yes. So if you did not comment yes to any of these, then, well, you're on the right track. An underactive thyroid symptoms vary person to person, and they are common to many other issues. Often, this causes misdiagnosis, or most people aren't truly diagnosed for 10 years. Thyroid, what is it? It's a gland that every cell in your body needs in order to function optimally. When out of balance, common side effects can be one or more of these, and I'm not even going to name them all. But you could feel terrible daily, or maybe some days better than others, have foggy brain, feel lethargic, In some cases, if you've been feeling maybe foggy brain or feeling terrible and it's declined over the years, you probably just think it's normal. Are you cold all the time? Are you having less than 7 bowel movements in a week? Do you have achy muscles and joints? Is your hair thinning? Is your skin dry? Maybe your hair's dry. Are you graying a little earlier than you should? Do you have weight gain or an inability to lose weight or plateau? Do you have sadness or maybe even depression? Puffy face? Impaired memory? And there's so much more. For me, my symptoms were low energy, early onset graying, freezing all the time. Have always been sensitive to noise, but it seems like it's gotten worse. And more recently, my skin has seemed to be much drier. I've also had an increase in irregular periods and very painful. So now for my story, leading up to the wear and tear of my own thyroid. So doctor number 3 informed me that I have the genetic marker for an underactive thyroid. So it was a matter of time with the wear and tear of life that I would compromise this precious gland. Kind of similar to having high blood pressure in your genetics. If your lifestyle doesn't support high blood pressure, well, then you should be able to avoid, postpone, delay, or if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you will speed up this genetic predisposition. Some things I could have avoided, and some things, well, I couldn't. That's just life. So here are some of the things that have compiled the deterioration of my thyroid. Many of you may or may not know, I was an Allstate agent for 22 years. So that is very stressful. So due to my high motivation and being extremely driven, I was always striving to meet and exceed the company's expectations at the cost of my own health. I also sat at a desk for 9 to 12 hours every day. I was extremely dehydrated, hated water. In fact, I thought it tasted awful. I was undernourished. Little did I know about food or vitamins, and often thought that they were just a waste of money. You're just going to pee out all the vitamins. What's the point? Didn't consistently start working out till actually 10 years ago. My blood sugar levels were either super high or super low. I also have the genetic marker for diabetes, which is usually, if you have this, your doctor should always be checking your thyroid. So for many years, I've also survived on espresso, which is a stimulant, until about midday, meaning I didn't have breakfast or any food or anything. So get up, have espresso until about 2 p.m. And at that point, I would eat something out of my drawer or fast food. So it's all processed foods. I was ignorant to what foods were actually good for me and even why I even mattered. Sleep was an absolute low priority. It was important to me to stay up and watch all the reality shows. I also have 2 beautiful daughters, but pregnancy is extremely taxing on your thyroid. I now know all the foods I shouldn't eat, but they pretty much were all the foods that I ate for many years. At age 9, I had chickenpox. At 16, I had mono. 8 years ago, I had H1N1. And for more than 10 years, I fought a bladder infection. I also went from doctor to doctor to doctor and finally seeing a urologist fixing the issue. But I was throwing every antibiotic known to man at my infection, and that's really harsh on your thyroid. So I am going to tell you the 7 things that you should know. An underactive thyroid is one of the most misunderstood conditions in the medical community. Everyone's symptoms are different, leading to misdiagnosis and mistreatment. treatment. 300 million people worldwide are currently suffering from an underactive thyroid, and half of them don't even know it. Women are 10 times more susceptible to thyroid irregularities than men. There are many foods that you should avoid and lots that should be in your diet if you have an underactive thyroid. In my handbook, I have details on both of these. It's important to be aware of what you're using on your body, such as makeup, skin, hair products, soaps, including your laundry, your dish soaps, and cleaning supplies. Don't give up on finding the right doctor. If you don't feel like you're being heard or misunderstood, keep looking. Getting the right test done is important. You see, my TSH levels are normal, but my T3 is very low. So if I waited for my TSH levels to get in the abnormal range, most likely I would have been suffering for a very long time. And that leads to the 10 years of suffering. All right, so if any of this resonates with you or you feel the need for some additional support, please be sure to contact me. I have also created a quiz that is linked in this video, and I would love for you to take it. What will happen is you'll give it a rating, and the rating will be emailed to you. Once you get that rating, it will indicate whether you need to pretty soon get blood work done and a little bit of information to rule out an underactive thyroid. Once the quiz is complete, you'll also have an offer to access my resources and information that I've collected to clear the toxins out of my own life, environment, food, and daily practices that focus on my healthy thyroid. This handbook is a continuously ever-evolving resource as I get to know my thyroid and my optimal health. I would be honored to help you with whatever it is that you're struggling with in your own health or lifestyle, so contact me anytime. Ultimately, feeling your best is important. The link to this quiz, again, is in this video. Thank you, guys.